Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
I'm here with the WNYMMA crew. I got Malik. I got the White Wolf. How you guys doing tonight?
Great. Feeling great, man.
You guys got so many fighters on this card. You got 8 guys total. We're having an awesome turn of events, but both you guys are fighting Southtowns guys. So you guys got WNY seems to have this huge rivalry going on right now with Southtowns and also Empire Academy. The rest of the teams fighting mostly Empire Academy, but they're not here. So we're gonna focus on you guys in Southtowns MMA. Do you guys do any training together, or are you guys like really actually rivals?
Like with Southtowns?
Yeah.
I don't personally train with Southtowns, but I know a few people that do. But no, I've never been there or anything. We've had people that I've trained with, so.
Yeah,
I
know a couple of guys from Southtowns. My first fight, my first and only win against Josh Maston was from Southtown. So, hopefully we can replicate that with Cedric.
So no rivalry when you're winning, right? Like that's how it goes. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's just like you say, business. I like, you may like somebody, you may be friends with somebody, but I don't like them enough to sacrifice the W. No.
And we just talked about how many guys that you got, guys and girls that you have fighting on the card. I was supposed to do a couple different interviews over last weekend, and I had some personal stuff come up, and I was unable to do some of the interviews. So no disrespect to the WNYMMA crew, I was definitely trying to get them on. I had to go out of town. I was not expecting to have to go out of town, and I was unable to do the podcast from where I was at. So Ray did a couple the ones that he got paid to do, but that's okay. That's good for Ray. And then that's all I wanted to say. Now we're gonna get back to the fights. Brandon, you were supposed to. Oh no, I think we're losing Brandon on there. You were supposed to have this fight on the last card. Your opponent cut his hand. He super glued that shit back together, and then he tried to pass the medicals, and he didn't pass the medicals. How do you feel about everything that went down last time?
Well, from what I know, it was that he wanted to fight me, and the doctor physically didn't let him. So I think the fact that he cut his finger open and glued it back together it's pretty badass, I guess. But at the end of the day, I still think I'm gonna win. But it's pretty gangster that he did that. So I'll give him that.
I would say that he needs a little bit better corner. I think you guys with Felton and everyone else they got in their corner, especially with Dub. Dub's probably pretty good at this. He could definitely put some makeup on there and cover that shit up so it doesn't look like it's cut after he super glued it. So I think he needs a little bit better makeup guy in his corner, and then he could do that.
Yeah. No, Dub would have got that. Yeah, he would have cleared that up real quick. He would have been good. But yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's good at getting stuff done, man. Like he's one of the best in the business. I wasn't saying it because it's makeup. I'm just saying like Dub's really good at getting guys into fights. That's what I meant by that. I thought about what I said and it sounded disrespectful, but that's not what I meant. I want to apologize to you too, man. Like I came up to Brandon right after he found out that the fight was off. And I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see you fight tonight, man. I'm excited. How you feeling? And he just looked at me like I was an asshole. And then I found out like as soon as I walked out in the hall, he's like, "Yo, he lost his fight." I was like, "Oh my god!" And I came in and apologized to you again, but I want to just make sure that like I'm really sorry about that.
Oh no, it's all right, but I didn't really get offended. I was just like, you have a lot of stuff going on. I didn't take it personally.
Yeah, awesome. Malik, you came out with a win last time against the Southtowns guy. You're fighting another Southtowns guy. This time, you're fighting an MMA guy, and he's pretty much known for his grappling prowess and his takedowns and being on top. What do you make of it that he wanted to fight you in kickboxing?
I'll make it that I feel like a lot of guys who start and who do amateur MMA tend to do kickboxing and stuff. I know he has one fight. He lost against the dude who I most recently lost to, Exxon. Shout out Exxon from Empire Academy. But yeah, I just anybody who takes a fight, and like obviously Cedric is number 10 in New York State for MMA grappling, but I always will commend, and I always had the respect for him as a fighter, and I just can't wait to go to war with him.
I'm excited to see this fight because I thought that you lost to Exxon, but I thought it was pretty close. And talking with Cedric, he's like, "Man, that Exxon dude beat me so bad, I didn't want to do kickboxing anymore." So like I thought that was like two interesting comments. And this is one of the reasons why I was like so surprised that you guys are meaning to fight kickboxing. So I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, speaking to, so I had a chance. I know that he did fight. Cedric and Exxon did fight. I know when me and Exxon did talk after the match, he said, "I've never been hit like in his matches, because I believe he was either 2-0 or 3-0 at that time." He said, "I was the hardest that currently I've hit him with." So yeah, that fight was close. I wish I would have thrown my hands more with them. But as far as that coming with Cedric, me and Exxon definitely have a very different fighting style. Like Exxon, I sees more. He's more like a brute fighter, like a bully fighter, and I'm more. I'm not gonna obviously expose my fighting just in case anybody's watching, but anybody Brandon knows, and the Western New York MMA community who's watched me fight knows that I'm very good at my select strengths that I choose to work on.
I love to watch you fight, man. I thought that fight with Exxon was really good. To be honest, there's no disrespect to you. I know how good Exxon was, and I thought he was gonna beat you up pretty good. And I was super surprised. Like I'm gonna tell it like it is, dude. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna like bullshit you guys. Like I picked him to win. I thought he was going to do an amazing job. And dude, you stood right in there with him. Like it was a way better fight than I thought. And ever since then, I was like, man, I can't wait to see Malik fight again. Like, dude, that's a huge accomplishment, dude. Like that guy is very good. He's like scary good, you know. And for you to hang out with him and do that well, like holy shit, like it just shows what kind of fighter that you are.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Exxon's very good. Later down the line, because I know he's fighting more consistently than I do, so I don't know if he'll go pro anytime soon. But later down the line, I would love a rematch. Definitely do like a triple, because I'm definitely gonna get that second win, and then we're gonna fight for the tiebreaker. But he was definitely very experienced, very tough. Um, but me, how I train with Felipe Silva and Sean Felton, Solomon Renfro, Alex Castellano, some big names in the Western New York MMA community who've basically proven themselves all around the Western New York and in their respective pro careers. And I don't I don't there's no place for fear in Western New York MMA. So whether I
Definitely
walk
not.
in. Yeah, whether I walk in with a guy who's a brute who's bigger than me, or a guy who's either has more wins or is more skilled than me, I'm not scared. I'm not scared, because at the end of the day, for every Goliath, there's a David.
Mickey wants to know what weight was the Exxon fight at?
185.
185, Mickey. There you go. Now, Brandon,
What's up?
I might put you on the spot here a little bit. I don't know if you have it ready or not, but one of the coolest things about you is that you make the prediction in your notebook what the fight's going to be. You told me it was last time. Has it changed since the last time you wrote it down?
Honestly, I don't remember what I wrote last time. I do have my prediction on how it's gonna go. Um, and we can talk about that, in the back room or whatever. One thing I will say though is I'm not like, if I end up in a position where I can get a finish somewhere or whatever, I'm not gonna let go of the finish and end up going for something else. But this is just kind of like, if I see I see it in my brain, I kind of see how the finish is gonna happen. I see where it's gonna go. And if it happens to happen, that's great. But if if it doesn't happen, that's also what it is. At the end of the day, I do think I will finish with a finish, whether it is knockout or submission. I like to finish my fights. I don't like to keep it in the hands of the refs. But what I mean? Like I said, I have my prediction, and I will tell you about that in the back room. But I don't really want to expose too much of it right now.
All right.
But
So you guys that are watching right now, if you get the pay-per-view on K4fighting.tv, I will be able to give you Brandon's prediction. I will definitely talk about it in pay-per-view. I did last time, and he got it within seconds. He called the submission, and he called the time, and he was within 2 seconds of the time, and he had the correct round. So we gotta keep that rolling, man. That's a pretty exciting thing to say, to hear and see. Like, man, that's part of the best things about watching a fight. I can't wait to hear your prediction.
Okay. Yeah.
We might have to start this one, Malik, too, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Brandon, yeah, Brandon's predictions can definitely be accurate. Yeah, Brandon, seeing Brandon in the gym, seeing the role that Brandon plays in, at the gym, him just always observing and looking and stuff. Like he watches intently when he's not working on his stuff or in the class with us. When he's just doing his thing to help out, he is very observant. So yeah, I definitely, I definitely would take out Brandon's opinion.
Yeah, he's really awesome, dude. Your hand discipline is so good. You look like a little Piotr Jan in there, dude. Like everything's right where it needs to be. Your striking looks really, really crisp. I was so impressed last time you fought how much it's improved. Do you think your striking is that much improved because you're like banging out with guys like Malik and Derek Patterson and Dylan Tharp and dude, you have so many guys that are fighting on this card. You got 8 of them. You got Todd Banks. You got Abbas. You got Aiden. Like Patterson. I'm going up and down the card. It's nothing but you
Yeah.
guys. Is that why your hand discipline's so good? Because you're the little guy in that group, or what?
Um, I think part of it is that I don't know, like my hand discipline that just kind of came about. I don't really know where it came from, because like before Felipe came in or whatever, I was obviously working my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling a lot, because that was pretty much the dominant thing at WNY. And then like Felipe came along, and I think like kind of unknowingly he kind of just like ingrained it into my head to like just have better hand discipline. He didn't really like babysit me through it, you know what I mean? But he kind of just like the repetition kind of thing. It just kind of built it into you to the point where it just kind of became what it is now, where my hands stay up, I'm able to like frame away, move around pretty accurately. And I think a big part of it is too being the smaller guy helps a lot, and then having guys like Malik, Todd, Mixon, Abbas, down the list, just multiple different looks of like what they can do and what they offer, and then vice versa. I like to think that I offer these guys a good training partner as well, and someone that's all around nice to work with. But what I mean, just kind of try to keep that going both ways.
You guys are rolling and 8 deep into this card, so you got 8 guys on the card. Was it like in the back of the locker room? Does it bother you guys that like there you can't have enough coaches to be with you the whole time, so your coaches got to be going up and down, and then you got fighters coming in that have won or lost. Does that affect you mentally? Start with you, Malik.
Um, it doesn't affect me too much, honestly, because whether we're in the back, like more than likely all of the Western Europe MMA is gonna have their own locker room with 8 individuals, But it's kind of like another day at the office for us, except this time we get to go 100% because obviously when we spar with each other, we be good partners with each other, but we get to go 100%. And as far as the coaches mingling around, that's just normal because whenever Felipe speaks or whenever Sean speaks, everyone's at attention. Everyone's at attention. So everyone, whether they're talking to one person or they're talking to the whole group, everyone's just keying in because they're just the little things that they teach us. We add it to our game, and then we become so much better. So it's like as far as it being more of us than the coaches who are going to walk us out, that's really just a normal another day in the lab. Just this time it's gonna be our family fans and family watching, and we get to go 100% at the guy across the ring from us.
All right. Since I couldn't get a lot of these guys on, I actually was hoping Derek would come on, but he must be a little bit busy. I just messaged him. He said he was going to try and get on, but he wasn't able to get through it. I want to break down the card with the other fighters since I wasn't able to get all the WNYMMA guys on, WNY MMA guys on. And I want both of you guys' thoughts on the fight. So, main event of the evening is going to be Derek Patterson, the Silent Assassin. I don't care what they say about the ninja thing or whatever. I think Silent Assassin is the right name for Derek versus
Yeah.
Matt Valentisha. What do you guys think about that fight?
I mean, I don't know who the other guy is, to be honest, but I think D-Pat, he just keeps his range, he does well. He's one of the most I think he's one of the more elite strikers that I've been with. One thing that he could do is actually one thing he could do in training is hit a little bit harder. But other than that, I think he does really good. And like this is just me being an asshole to be honest. But that's just my honest opinion. If he just hit me a little bit harder, he'd probably put me on my ass more times. But that's just part of it. He's a real good. He's real lengthy. He's technical. He has his spacing, his awareness. But like I said, if he just sat down and shot a little more, he'd be putting people more down. But other than that, I think he's great. I think he's gonna do great. I think he's gonna do very well defensively aware, offensively aware. I think he's a smart fighter, and I think he'll do good.
I don't know
Derek
how
for the
much you've
win.
seen Derek fight, but he definitely sits down on the punches when he's fighting, man. It's a lot
Yeah,
different when he's
yeah.
actually game time. I didn't mean
Okay,
to cut you off, Malik. Go ahead.
you're
I
good.
just said Derek for the win. Honestly, I only I seen a little bit of the other guy. I don't know the other guy too well. I seen a little bit of the other guy's most recent fight because obviously when we get our fights and stuff confirmed by Keith and stuff, it's like when everybody gets their yearbook, we want to see it signed and stuff like. So
Yeah.
when we see our opponents or our friends' opponents, be like, okay, let's see that. Oh, that's I feel like every gym, to a certain extent does that. When there's a mass of us fighting. But yeah, Derek for the win.
I think Derek's got a lot to man, after that last fight, he's coming back with a vengeance, dude. He won every round with chokes and he ended up losing because of the wraps, dude. That was some BS, man. I feel so bad for him. He won every round on the scorecards too. I know he wants to come back and look good in front of his friends and family. He was so proud of his win, and then they took it away from him. I had his blue belt. I was gonna give him a blue belt in the cage for Muay Thai fight. Figured that was a very integrity thing to do, and he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to get that, and I thought that really sucked. Moving on down the card here. The next one we got that's you. We'll talk about you at the end, Brendan, because you're actually here, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about your fight. Next up, we have Malik Mannon against Dylan Tharp. How do you guys think this one's gonna go?
Tharp for the win. I don't know too much about his other guy. Like I don't think I've seen any videos on the other guy. But Dylan, yeah, Dylan for the win. Dylan is crazy with his striking. Like it is like I'm not gonna expose his like what he does with his striking, but like I'm excited to see how his striking fares out in this play because he's been doing some better stuff since his last fight. Like his striking is good, like crazy good now.
Malik fought Mike Stevens for the title. That's the last time we've seen Malik in K4. So this is a pretty big step up in competition for Dylan, and like he's definitely deserved it. He's been fighting up the ranks in K4. What do you think, Brandon?
Dylan, yeah, he's very good. Um, yeah, like the same thing as Malik said. Don't want to put too much out there, but yeah, I think he's definitely very good. Yeah, I think he can definitely come out with the win in this fight, and yeah, he'll do well.
It's full rules, so there's elbows too, man. That's an exciting fight to watch.
Yeah, that's why he been wearing them elbow pads.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah,
see that one, man. His
I'm
clinch is so
excited.
good. Like I think he's one of the more dominant fighters in K4. I can't wait to watch him, and I miss him. Like I thought the last fight, like he was just a little bit off, man. I can't wait to see him back and at full speed. Next up, we got Christine Curtis versus Alyssa Party. I don't know much about Alyssa. I see her on your guys' Instagram all the time. She looks badass, dude. She's badass as she looks.
Yes, she is. Like I can't. I'm so mad. I can't tell you what she does in practice just because if any of the other gyms are listening. But yo, it's just uh, sh- like she has some of the best mental strategy, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like she has some of the best mental strategy for it's crazy.
She's about your size, Brandon. You get so well, not really. I mean, you're obviously much bigger, but you're the closest one to her size. I'm sure you guys get a lot of work. How's she feel on the floor?
Um, yeah, no, I don't know. I sparred with her. I sparred with her a lot. Not so much. So like this past week, I fought 2 rounds in total, just in between all my rounds, which isn't a lot as we normally do.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, she's very she got the tenacity in her. You know, I think after she has her first fight, she's gonna have a lot more I think she's gonna be happy. You know, I mean, I think she's gonna be happy with the outcome that she gets. You know, Felipe and her, they've been working a lot, and I just, you know, I feel like it's a good for her kind of thing that she's gonna go out there and get this fight, and I just believe she's going to perform well. So it sucks that we can't talk about it. It's kind of hard. Like we're trying to tiptoe around the stuff we want to say. 'Cause we don't want to expose like our own fighters. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of just not good. Yeah, I think she is going to do very well. She's gonna go out there and she's gonna do her thing. So she'll do good.
I've seen a lot of footage of her sparring, man. Like just even on the stories from your IG from WNY, and dude, she looks good. I'm excited to see her. She's a debuter that I'm looking forward to. And like the girls fights or women's fights are always amazing. So
Right.
that girl that she's fighting looks very very tough. Like she looks like she'd take a good punch in the face. So we'll see. Her boyfriend is a super tough guy too. Corey Pfeiffer. Hey, Aiden, if you want to jump on, man, let us know. You can get in here too.
Mhm.
Then next up we got uh, Garrett Hughes versus Todd Banks. This is an exciting one for me. Garrett Hughes has been in a lot of K4s, and man, Todd Banks got some good kicks.
Man, god damn, Todd. Man, Todd, like when it was like, yeah, when we're not in fight camp and we're able to go a little bit like harder in sparring, yeah, Todd is yeah. Yeah, Todd is a force to be reckoned with that.
What do you think, Brandon?
Todd, he's got a lot of swagger, bro. You know, I gotta admit that, you know, he always comes in, he's got the fresh fit on, you know, he always got a fresh done up haircut. So, you know, if that carries through into his fighting, and you know, if he has even half, so like not to be whatever, I'm not trying to talk shit, but this is just me complimenting his swagger. If he has half the skill in fighting that he does the swagger, he's gonna be
Dude,
crazy.
that kick that he had on Brett Malone was like one of the loudest kicks I've ever heard. And then Brett was just like, that was crazy. That
Yeah.
was like one of the craziest things. So he's going to be forever. That kick is forever in my memory and how loud it was when it hit Brett in the head. It sounded like a baseball bat hitting that poor kid's head. He must have a helmet on or something underneath. I don't think it's very fair. I think this is a great fight for both these guys. Garrett Hughes is going to stand in front of them too. So I think Todd's going to be able to really unload and look good. I'm excited to see that one too. Um, Next up, we got Abbas versus Brian Beard. He's fighting a Lombard guy. This guy's he's pretty tough, and Abbas looked really really good in his last fight.
Yeah.
Actually, fighting someone short, we could throw some Taekwondo kicks. Woo!
Yeah, I feel like Abbas is on a hot streak. You know, he won the Halloween card in October. He won the Arctic Blast card, and both those are very impressive wins. You know, even his debut card and the Heat Wave card, which was his debut in August of 2023. But he even though he didn't come out with the win, he was still. Uh, it just came down to a sweep, literally a sweep. I feel like if that kid never had a sweep on him, Abbas would have won because it was a very close fight. But I feel like Abbas is definitely on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, I believe he is as well. Hey Aiden, can you Facebook message me, Jeff Dens, and I'll send you the link. Hey, it's hard for me to look for it right now. Cool. We're gonna get Aiden in here too, and then we'll ask him about his fight. Who else we got? We got Aiden, but hopefully we'll have him on. Um, man, how good is Abbas to train with? His kicks must be very difficult to deal with.
It's good work. It's good work, because he's not the only guy that's a black belt in taekwondo. You got a lot of other people from other gyms that do taekwondo and a lot of potential opponents. So if anything, everybody with their different qualities and skills and stuff that we train with MMA, because even though it's we got people doing kickboxing, karate, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, we have people who are competent in karate, kung fu, different martial arts and stuff. So giving us those different looks and those different experiences versus potential future opponents, I think is like more the merrier than making us a complete fighter.
So do you guys think you're gonna roll 8 wins deep?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
And so yeah, we are the best gym in New York. So maybe New York, but Western New York for sure. I think that we're gonna run through, and I think that every one of us can leave, if not with a victory, with a well fought fight. So I think as long as we all hold our heads high, we perform the way we do in practice, and we just keep that same tenacity about us, I think we'll all go out there and we'll perform great. So
when I started at WNY, man, it was like Pat Mix, it was like Solomon, we had me, we had Bubba, like we had just like a bunch of pros, a bunch of like high level amateurs, and dude, we were the team that ran everything. Then guys moved up, they moved to the higher leagues. Some guys got old and retired, and for a while WNY was a little bit low. But you guys have like brought WNY back to the place it was when I trained there and when I was fighting out of there. And man, it's really, really good to see. And I'm so happy to be able to like let you guys come on the podcast and talk about it and pump you guys up. And I've been talking about it over and over in the paid reviews. You guys are the gym that's coming up. And the battles that you have on Empire Academy and the battles that you have with South Towns are just going to elevate fighting in the area. And hopefully that you guys are always out on the winning side. But even if you're not, you're a real team. Like you guys look out for each other. Listen to everyone you guys talk. You know about each other. You're not like, I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. Right. So like it's awesome to see, and that's what we had back in the day. We're all trying to help out Mix and
Yo,
help out everybody else. Aiden, welcome to the podcast, my man. How are you?
what's up, y'all?
Not
I'm
much.
alright. How are you?
Welcome. So you are fighting Zam Main from Booma, another local school. Looks like you guys all get local schools. Can you break down the fight for us? How are you gonna do? What's the fight gonna be like? All that jazz.
I don't really know. I just plan on going in there and doing my thing. Same as last time. I didn't really have a plan. I know some things that he does, and I'm not gonna say what he does, but yeah, no, I just plan on going in there and fighting. So
You can say what he does. You just shouldn't say what you're gonna do. That's all. Like you can say
nah,
everything that he does.
nah, yeah, nah. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. It's my second fight. It's his first fight, so regardless, it's good experience for both of us.
Oh man. Maybe we might be getting deep pat in here. We'll see.
My boy Derek.
Derek's the main event. Derek's never on time. Let's go, man. How you feeling, Derek? Not much, man. We got your whole
I can
crew
barely hear
here.
you. What are you saying?
I said we got your whole crew here. We're happy to see you. I was making fun of you for being late, like you kind of usually are. And what are your thoughts about fighting in the main
You,
event?
s- you sound like a robot. I can't really
I
hear
am
you.
I am a robot dog. Uh, what do you think about being in the main event, and what do you know about your opponent?
I can't hear you.
Oh my God! I said, can you hear me if I yell really loud? All right,
Yeah,
we'll get back to Derek in a second. Derek, when you can hear us, we're gonna keep talking. Let me know, and we'll jump in. Aiden, how do you think your fight's gonna go with Zam?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I think I put in enough work this fight camp, so
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see.
Who are
I
you?
think I'll get the job done.
Who are you supposed
Can
to
you guys
fight
hear
last
me?
card? I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
yeah.
Who was you supposed to fight last card, Aiden?
I was supposed to fight Zam.
Damn.
I got COVID the week before, so I had to pull
Oh
out.
no, man.
Yeah,
You feeling better?
yeah.
All
I
right,
still
Man,
have
I just moved my
a
cat.
little bit of symptoms, but I'm alright.
cool. um,
Somebody got a ticket.
yeah, someone gotta get your ticket. Uh, how do you think the clinch is gonna go? You're fighting one of the only other schools that's got a solid clinching game. We got Crew Keith over there. You guys got man, you got a whole bunch of people that clinch. How do you think the clinch is gonna go in your fight?
I think he's gonna do real well because I'm pretty tall for
Hold on a second.
135, and we got Felipe, so Felipe knows what he's doing. So
I hear that you're super good. Everyone I talked to is like, wait till we see Aiden. So can you tell the fans a little bit why we're all waiting to see what do you do that everyone's excited to watch you fight?
Um, I think I just control the range real well, and I keep a pace. I keep a pace all night. Even in the late rounds of sparring, the bigger guys will slow down, and I'll just keep going. So I think that'll be a big part of this fight, especially if he got his nerves all up. But can't count on anything that he's gonna do. But I think it'll be a good fight. Kick a lot. So
Awesome. Malik, what can you tell us about Aiden? Why is everyone be like, you gotta check this guy out?
Aiden, in short, Aiden is really I'll say this. First time Aiden came to the gym and he was able to spar, he made a statement on all of like the higher level amateurs, and it's just because like one, it was new, and two, it was just the simple fact that like Aiden got his own style. Aiden got his style that I think that he has an advantage over a lot of people who if they definitely don't do their if his opponents definitely don't do their research on him, they're at a very disadvantage.
All right, let's get down to some final predictions, and then I'm gonna try and get Derek over here for the main event. Malik, how's your fight gonna go?
W. I'm going to get the W, and in a perfect world, I'm gonna get the finish. Yeah, move up in the rankings. But yeah, get the finish. I don't really want it to go to 3 rounds.
All right, so we're gonna get the finish. Do you have anything to plug, like your comic books?
Everybody just tune into Black Haven Comics. Owner and creator of Black Haven Comics, and that's me.
Where can we get your comics at, man?
BlackhavenComics.com, Amazon, Target, online sites, Amazon.com,
Okay.
Target.com. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some comics if you win for sure. How about that?
Hey.
All right, and then if you win, I'm gonna buy your comics and read them, and I want to like have you back on to talk about your comics.
Sounds good to me.
Can we do that?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, that's in perpetuity, so that never ends. Whenever you win, we're gonna do that because I want to like break down and I want to help you try and sell some comic books because like it'd be awesome to see that. All
For
right,
sure. I
let's move
appreciate that.
on. Let's move on to you, Aiden. What is gonna happen in your fight? How are you gonna win? And when are you gonna win?
I'm gonna come out with the W. Felipe come up to me today. He said first round knockout. So whatever Felipe says, I'm just saying it might happen. So we'll just go
I
with
like
that.
the sound of that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So if you get the first round knockout, what's next for you?
I'm going home and eating some pizza. So yeah.
I'm going to Buffalo
Nah.
Wild Wings after my win.
Yeah.
Is that
Nah,
where
I
you guys
gotta
going after the fights?
wherever. It don't matter.
Let me know. Guys, don't forget if you have a super exciting fight or you get a submission or a knockout, remember hang out because me and Ray be giving away $400 again. I don't have any more money that's come in yet. Hopefully we get some more sponsors so we can give away more. But fight night gets $100 each. Knockout night gets $100, and submission night gets $100 from Caveman's Corner. And I got some mics this time so we can actually hear what we say when we give away the awards, so it won't suck so bad and people can actually hear what we're saying. All right, so don't sleep on that either. Sounds like Aiden's trying to get that shit right now.
Hell yeah.
Aiden, do you have any sponsors to thank?
Nah, myself.
Yourself,
So
the
yeah,
gym?
Felipe. Yeah, Western
Yeah,
New York, MMA. I
yeah.
do. I have another fight coming up after this one in March 30th in
Cool.
Saratoga. So
Nice, man. Nice.
be there.
All right. What about Derek? What what about you, Brandon? What's your prediction for the fight? You don't have to give me the solid one, just your stock answer, and then
Um,
any sponsors to thank for you.
only thing that I will say is to Brian, just don't let you back touch the cage. Other than that, no, I do not have any sponsors for this fight, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
I got one question about your fight too. Do you think you're going to be able to wrestle with him?
Am I gonna be able to wrestle with him?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do my thing, bro. I think I feel good. I feel confident.
I mean, on paper, he's a better wrestler, but dude, like when you are in the cage, you look like a world beater with your wrestling, man. So, like, I'm interested to see what you think of the difference between like wrestling with a singlet on the mat and then wrestling in the cage when you can punch and kick too,
this
because it's not the same shit.
this ain't wrestling. It's a fight. We're
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, so this is from Ray. He wants to do Macy's Pizza Sunday night for the fighters. So Ray buys pizza for the fighters after the fights, but not obviously not after the fights, but the next day. Right, Ray, the next Sunday, the day after the fights. This time I will be there so I can eat some pizza. Ray gets all this great pizza and I miss it.
Depending on the time, I'll be there. I got we get on to work Sunday like 7, 8.
You got orangutan strength. Um, do you all guys all work too?
Hell no.
No, you don't work. Brandon, you just
No.
work at the gym, right?
Yeah, I just work. Yeah, so
Yeah. And then where do you work, Malik?
I'm a narrative designer.
Oh man, you got like a real job too?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're an interesting cat, man. When we talk about the comic books, we're gonna talk a whole lot of stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much. The fights are coming up quick. We're gonna Oh, Ashley says Saturday's gonna be a big night for
Ashley.
WNYMMA's W's. Ashley, dude, you show a lot of heart in that fight, man. Those knees were so tough. I can't wait to see you fight again. I gotta stay back on the wagon. What do you guys think about Ashley's fight?
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was it was a great fight. She was fighting someone who was longer than her, and I feel like she fared well because a lot of the guys when we spar are longer than her, so we give her good looks. But next time she's gonna get that W for sure.
Yeah, I thought you did an awesome job. And dude, you ate those knees like a champ. Like I would be like down on the ground crying if I got kneed like that. Just one time. That girl's knees came from everywhere. She was knee from halfway across the cage. It was weird. All right, so we're gonna go through how you can get these guys money for the ticket sales because obviously some of them need some work. Maybe not Malik because Malik's got comic books, he's got a regular job. But to get these guys money for the ticket sales, when you buy your tickets, click summary on the ticket sales, and then you're gonna put in K4 and you're gonna put in their last name. So for Aiden, it would be Dobo, Dobo. For Brandon, it would be Hey, K4 Hey, no space, K4 HEH, right? For everyone that's just listening. And then Malik, you can say what yours is. K4 what?
K4 Abdu Saber, no junior, just K4 Abdu Saber hyphen included, no junior.
All right, because you got like 30 names in your title there, so it's tough to know what to put in there. That's a lot for everyone to type in. So that Malik's is tough. So you got to have a lot of love for Malik to get him some ticket sales. You should ask for him just to put in like a junior or something. Someone that's easy to type. Like Brandon's easy. It's easy to give Brandon money. Just put K4 Hey. Dovo too is only four letters. Help these guys out, man. If you buy tickets at the door, you're paying the same price. So if you buy tickets and you put in a promo code, you're not spending anything extra. It takes a couple extra seconds, but you're giving these guys a percentage of ticket sales. And man, that's huge for these guys. It helps them out quite a bit, right, guys?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
yes.
Also, if anyone else is looking for some sponsors, WNY has a whole stable of fighters. Um, some of these guys could really use some help. Brandon, especially, man, he's got the White Wolf thing going on. He's got sweaters. It's like hook this guy up. He's a very marketable guy. He markets himself well. I haven't seen him fight yet, but I'm sure he's going to be amazing. Dude, people talk about him, so pay attention. And Malik is just awesome. So definitely help him out too. I'm just kidding that no matter no matter what you do for a living, if you're fighting, you could always use some help, man. Like it's not easy because these guys are putting in. How many hours a week do you train, Aiden?
I do at least 4 hours a day. Yeah, on the weekends too. On the weekends it's like 2 hours.
So
Do
you're
the
putting in
math.
24 hours a week.
At least, yeah, probably more. But
Yeah, we're
you
Part-time
know,
job.
yeah, exactly. I look at it
that's
as a job.
yeah, that's a full-time job, man. 24 hours of fighting is that's
Yeah.
a full-time job.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun
way
though.
more time. What about you, Mr. Hay? How many hours a week you put in?
Um, Probably like 30 hours, 20 hours, anywhere between there, depending on like what the week is, like what it looks like. But yeah, around there. So
And then Malik, what do you put in?
Mm, I'm at like stick like consistently probably like 25, 26. I want to get up to more like 30 though.
So these guys are the lowest one is like 25 hours a week. Not only that, they have to do strength and conditioning. They have to diet. They're doing all these things that regular people can just go get another job or really work on a profession. This is their choice of profession. So when you buy tickets from them, it helps them out, puts money in their pockets, man. And the more money we can put in the fighters' pockets, the more they can fight, the better output they can have, the better shape they can be in, the better fights they can put on for us. So whenever we can help it, let's always make sure we buy tickets from a fighter. Definitely buy tickets from a fighter, please. All right. Anything to add to that, guys?
We appreciate
No
everything.
sir. No sir.
Man, you guys really got to work on selling yourselves. Also, this podcast is brought to you by Integrity Martial Arts. My gym sponsors it, so please make sure that you come and check out my gym. Also, Caveman's Corner will be giving away $400 to the fights. We're giving away $100 each to fight of the night. So the two participants that win fight of the night, which is usually a fight that lasts all 3 rounds or 5 rounds if you're a pro or a title fight, and we give away $100 for knockout of the night. So Aiden and Malik, you're both in for that, and we also give $100 away for submission tonight. And that might have your name on it, Mr. Hayes. So let's if you guys have a spectacular win, make sure you stick around. So sometimes it's hard to get you guys the money. I don't want to have to like send it to you like Venmo or some like weird ass shit. Government be tracking us down. Can't have that. All right.
Right.
Yes sir.
All right. With that, we're gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna see if I can get Derek on and try and get like 10 or 15 minutes with Derek. Dude, it's so awesome that you guys are just filling this card up, and you're the main event. It's just like the old days. When I fought, we were like from fight one all the way to the main event. This time they got some kids starting the card out, so it's not gonna be you guys, but it'll be exciting to see. All right. Best of luck, man. And next time, let's try and get I'll try and get you guys on separately, so like there's not so many people to talk to, and we can really hear all your stories. But like there's a time crunch. I appreciate you guys coming on during fight week. Weigh-ins are in like 2 days. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys got your blood work done and be on weight. And
Uh,
man, we're gonna have a great day. Malik, you don't look too happy about the weight cut tough.
it's not tough. It's not tough. It's just, I'm a sweet tooth. I'm a big
Yeah.
sweet tooth. I'm big on sweets. I like my desserts, my snacks, my unhealthy stuff. So I'm like Chad Ochocinco, man. I can eat McDonald's and then go and have a nice A+ workout. So I mean, me just being on the healthy side, dieting, water fast and all that stuff, yo. I just can't wait to get this W and then get pig out.
Don't believe Ocho Cinco, man. You can't be eating McDonald's all the time. I'm sure they pay him lots of money to say that shit on that podcast. Don't be believing that shit. You can't eat that and
I,
perform
I,
well. You gotta eat healthy, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time, and peace out.
have a
hey,
good
Yes
one.
sir.
Okay, guys.
And